Tomorrow, I would step into the court and awaken the gift I had feared all my life. One touch could bind my mind to a stranger forever. But Carlos' text glowed on my phone, and suddenly escape was no longer the only answer. What if he wasn't mine? I belonged to an ancient race of humans, descended from the Greek gods and goddesses, the Hellenicus. Every year, the court, a heavily guarded compound located in Denali, Alaska, held a revered event known as the Gathering. In our 18th year, during our first gathering, our clairaudient gift was awakened through a sacred ritual known as the Awakening Ceremony. Then, we would wait for the moment when we met our other half. A single touch could ignite what we called a click, a phenomenon that allowed us to hear our soulmate's thoughts. I would be 18 soon. Tomorrow I would officially go to the court for the first time, and find out if my life would change forever. Tomorrow is a big day. You need to be prepared in case you meet your soulmate. Soulmate. I shuddered. Having a soulmate was more like being subject to an arranged marriage that I could never run away from, even if I wanted to. Once I was awakened, it would be possible for me to have a click that would cause my soulmate's mind to be instantly linked to mine. I would always be able to hear my soulmate's thoughts, and they would always be able to hear mine. If that wasn't a total breach of privacy, I didn't know what was. Honestly, I'd prefer to be innocent. At least they could ignore the whole soulmate situation if they wanted to. I reached for the shoebox hidden underneath my bed. This was my liberation since the day I had decided that I wanted none of this soulmate business. I had been saving up every penny I had. There was a faded photo buried underneath the crumpled money stuffed inside the box. Me and Brian. Tears prickled the corners of my eyes. He was supposed to be here with me. We were supposed to escape together. We quickly became inseparable partners in crime, each as silly as the other, and we did everything together. He made me feel comfortable. I was myself around him, and he never judged me. Brian was the only person I knew who understood what it was like to have a turbulent family life. Together, we agreed that neither of us would ever experience the click. The invasion of privacy was too much. We had seen how it could all go wrong. Brian died in a car accident. That was over a year ago now, but I still missed him every second of every day. We would be working on our escape plan together, counting our combined savings and deciding whether New York was too expensive for our budget. We could live peacefully among the Nesson, blissfully click-free. Without Brian, though, I couldn't escape on my own. The thought of being on the road alone terrified me, and I hadn't saved up enough. Anyway, it seemed like I was stuck going to court after all. My dad had made me go to court with him so I could sign up. I'd spent the first hour alone. Then he was there with his hazel eyes and raven hair, exchanging some heated words with the guard at the security gate. He was undoubtedly the most handsome person I've ever seen. What was that about? I asked. Some bullshit about me not being able to get back into the court grounds after leaving. I was only outside for a minute, but apparently I need to wait for verification to get back in. He glared at the guard before softening his expression again. But it looks like I am in good company now. I am Carlo, Avery, I said, my face flushing. We sat outside the gate of the security office, chatting for hours. Carlo reminded me of Brian in so many ways. He had a way of speaking to me, just as Brian had, that made me feel safe, and the conversation flowed naturally between us. Are you nervous about this whole thing? You're preparing for your first gathering, right? Carlo asked. Yeah. It took a while for me to find my voice again, suddenly feeling uncomfortable. A soft, warm hand cupped mine. You lost someone you love. I lost someone who loved me. I didn't have time to figure out my own feelings, but I think I lost my chance at happiness. Do you think this person was the one? I don't know. I shrugged helplessly. We aren't supposed to know until we have a click, are we not? Yes. We have to have a click to know for sure. A look of disappointment flashed across his face. This year will be my 4th gathering, but I still haven't met my other half. We just have to trust the fates, I guess. The fates. The mention of them got me frustrated in an instant. Don't you get tired of waiting? What if your soulmate never comes? What if you waste your whole life waiting for someone who never shows up? Then I shall meet my soulmate in my next life. He noticed the disbelieving look on my face. Can I ask you something? Sure. I am just curious. You know, if you don't go through with your first gathering, you could live as an essence, and your gift will never be awakened, right? Then why are you signing up for your first gathering? if you think that this is a waste of time. Because I have no choice, I answered matter-of-factly. That's where you're wrong, Avery. Carlo's kindness danced in those hazel eyes. You always have a choice. My dad showed up moments later, but not before Carlo and I had exchanged phone numbers. After a few days, he texted, telling me he hadn't met his other half. With Carlo, I felt a spark of hope. There was this small, yet unwavering thought growing inside my head that maybe, if my soulmate turned out to be someone I knew, and actually liked, then maybe clicking with them wouldn't be as horrible as I had thought. Maybe the reason why I was still here instead of on a bus heading to New York, or Seattle, anywhere but Denali, was because I had feelings for Carlo? My phone buzzed. Carlo. I quickly unlocked my phone, and pulled up his text. Buonasera, cara mia. That night, I decided that I wanted, more than anything, to know if Carlo was my soulmate or not. If by my birthday we did not have a click, at least I wouldn't have to live the rest of my life haunted by what-ifs. It was risky to have hope because hope led to expectation, which could also lead to disappointment. If I didn't click with anyone, then I still had my savings. I could escape before next year's gathering, and my original plan to live in hiding among the nascent would remain intact. I had chosen to stay. I would go to my first gathering. When it came to Carlo, I simply had to know.